Hello everyone, my name is Katie. I am the Introverted Reader. Welcome back to my channel, and this video is going to be about young adult books that are going to be coming out this year that I would very much like to read, to get to. Some of them have come out already, some of them are about to come out, some of them are going to be coming out later on in the year. But I basically found a list on Goodreads of all of them, which I will leave linked down below. So feel free to go and look at that list. I'll leave it linked down there. But yeah, so let's just get started. So the first book I want to talk about doesn't come out until August 30th, and that is Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus. So it's a young adult thriller about a group of students that come across the dead body of their teacher. And it's like, oh, what happened? Was he murdered? Who done did it? And basically our main character kind of takes it upon herself to try and find out what happened because someone got away with murder. Someone got away with murder, and one of the students that found the dead body is her ex-best friend. So they kind of have to like team up together to try and find out what happened. So, and like I said, comes out August 30th. The next one I want to talk about is The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axie O, and that comes out February 22nd. All I know is that it's an Asian-inspired fantasy about this village that's been ravaged by storms, and every year they sacrifice a girl to become the sea god's bride. But then our main character ends up volunteering herself because the girl that gets chosen to be sacrificed is her brother's beloved, basically, her brother's lover. And to save her brother heartache, she sacrifices herself. But then she gets to the spirit world to see that all is not what it seems. All is not what it seems. And that comes out February 22nd. The next one that that I would like to read just recently came out. I can't remember the exact date that it came out, but I know it came out pretty recently. And that is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. Look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. So this is an Asian-inspired fantasy about a girl and her mother that have been in hiding because her mother stole this elixir of life from the emperor, and they've been in hiding, and she accidentally exposes herself and her magic one day, and so then the emperor finds out where she is and decides to come after her. But then obviously she has to like run, so to protect her mother she leaves her mother behind, and she basically goes on the run to try and get away from the emperor. I believe it is a retelling inspired by the legend of Chang'e the Moon Goddess. This captivating debut weaves Chinese mythology into a sweeping adventure of love and family. Ooh. So yeah, that's what it's about. I'm so excited to read it. This cover is gorgeous. But yeah, I'm super excited to read it. So if it sounds like something you'd like to read, go for it. The next one that isn't gonna come out until November 8th of this year, but I'm so excited for it, is Bloodmark by Tracy Dion. It's the sequel to Legendborn. It's this young adult fantasy about a secret society that is kind of like a Arthurian legend in sort of theme, because all the people that are part of this secret society are descendants of King Arthur and his knights. And our main character kind of gets pulled into all this. It's kind of like, it's described as like Black Girl Magic meets Arthurian legend, and it's just, the whole thing is magical, and I'm so excited for the sequel. I can't believe I have to wait until November, but you know. The next one is This Woven Kingdom by Tahira Moffi. That came out on February 1st. And it's basically this fantasy story about this mysterious servant girl who is actually the heir to the throne of a long lost kingdom of Jinn. And she's kind of just like hiding in the shadows, kind of biding her time to when she can reclaim her country back. So that's really all I know. I think that's all I need to know, basically. But I really, really hope to read it very soon. I mean, my birthday's coming up, so I might buy it for myself for my birthday. So the next one is So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens. Now, F.T. Lukens is also the author of In Deeper Waters, which is like an historical gay romance fantasy about pirates. It's also a contender for our book club for March. So yeah, I have a poll pinned on my Twitter. So if you want to read this in March, go vote. But anyway, we're not talking about this one. This one is basically kind of like what happens after like the war is over, basically. It's said on Goodreads, it was like Carry On meets Arthurian legend, and it's basically like our main character is one of the heroes that like saved the kingdom in the war, and it's just like everybody kind of wants him to rule, but he's like, no, I don't want to do that, and it's kind of like a race against time sort of thing. He has to get married. Like if he doesn't get married, then I don't know, something bad happens, but that's really all I know. That sounds really convoluted, but Goodreads wasn't really giving me that much. But it comes out March 29th, so we've got a while. The next one that I'm so in desperate need of that isn't coming out until November 1st, well, that's what Goodreads says anyway, Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare, the third book in the Last Hour series, guys. You know how much I love Chain of Gold, you know how much I love Chain of Iron. I needed Chain of Thorns the second I was done with Chain of Iron. Like, I needed it 6 months ago. I think the dates for it have been changed a couple times, but like, I need Chain of Thorns. So if you're unfamiliar, the Last Hour series is the sequel series to the Infernal Devices, because it follows the children of the characters in the Infernal Devices. So I would read Infernal Devices before the Last Hours, because you'll get spoiled for literally everything. But like, the way Chain of Iron ended, if you know, then you know, and you know why I'm suffering right now. You'll know why I'm dying slowly inside. But hurry up, Cassandra Clare, I need it. Like, seriously, who do I have to flirt with to get an arc of Chain of Thorns? Like, who, like, I'm so... The next one that I am just in need of right now is Gay Club by Simon James Green. You guys know Simon James Green is one of my favorite authors of all time. I literally have all of his books on top of my shelf over there. And it comes out May 5th, which isn't that far away. But Gay Club is basically about a gay club at a high school. And our main character is kind of campaigning to become the president of this club. That's pretty much all I know about it. But like, oh, I needed it. I need it. Like, I haven't read Sleepover Takeover yet, which is Simon's second middle grade book. I have ordered it. It's on its way. But like, and I've pre-ordered Gay Club, so like, I'm so excited. You guys know how much I love Simon's books. Like, every time I review one of his books, I'm always screaming at you guys, read Simon's books. But like, I know this one is going to be so good, and it's just, I'm just so excited for it. The next one that I would like to read is All My Rage by Saba Tahir. That comes out March 1st, so not that far away. And I believe this is about an immigrant family that came over from, did they come from Pakistan? I'm so sorry if I've gotten that wrong. I believe that's what Goodreads said. But it's basically about the two children of said parents that came over. Well, the son, I think they only have one child. So they immigrated to the United States to open up an inn and start a new life. And it's like so many years later, and the son is kind of running things on his own. His family life isn't that great. And our other main character is working in a liquor store with her uncle, who is not very nice to her. I believe he's alcoholic. Actually, the son of the parents that immigrated over, his father is an alcoholic and his mother is terminally ill. So these are just about two kids trying to like keep their lives together until they can like finish high school and get the F out of their situations. So yeah, it comes out March 1st, and I'm excited. I'm so excited for it because Saba Tahir is an author that I really, really love. Like, I love the Amber and the Ashes series, and I know this is going to be so much different to that. But yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very important book to read. I feel that like it's going to have a real good, important message in there, and I'm really excited for it. The next one that is also coming out in May the 31st, is The Merciless Ones by Nomina Forna. It's the sequel to The Gilded Ones. I almost forgot the title of it. But I read that for the Femathon, I believe, last year. And you guys, it's so good. It's basically this fantasy story where every year the girls in the village go through a blood ceremony. If the blood runs red, you're good. But if your blood runs gold, you are basically a demon. And that's what happens to our main character. Her blood runs gold and she is basically banished from her village. But then she gets picked up by the king's soldiers, and her and a bunch of other girls whose blood ran gold as well. They're basically all brought together to become like the emperor's like fighting force in the military, like the sort of elite fighting force. So she's basically forced to go to war with a whole bunch of other girls, having no knowledge of like warfare or like how to hold a weapon or anything like that. So, and it's a beautiful story. It's so lovely. It's about sisterhood and smashing the patriarchy and just like rising up and just like, I loved it. I loved it so much. I think I have a review of it. I'm not entirely sure. I think I do. But I'm old, I forget. But anyway, Merciless Ones coming out May 31st. I'm so excited. So we've got a couple more. We've got a book called Icebreaker by A.L. Graziadei. I think that's how it's pronounced. But on Goodreads, it came out January 15th. So it's out now. I really need to get it because I think the author is non-binary. Correct me if I'm wrong, because it was on one of the polls for Jessie over Bow Ties and Books MB Book Club picks for this month, or for either February or for March. But obviously their book club is all about non-binary authors, so I'm assuming this author's non-binary. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, yeah, Icebreaker. All I know about that is that it's a gay romance involving ice hockey. A gay romance involving ice hockey. That's all I need to know. That's all I need to know. Give me a gay romance any day of the week. I don't care what they're doing. Footballers, ice hockey players, or pirates. I don't care. If it's gay, I'm here for it. The next one is Heatwave by TJ Klune. I don't think there was a date for that, but it is book 3 in the Extraordinary series. Basically, this is a series where superheroes are kind of like in charge, or like superheroes are a thing in this world. Like everybody has a certain ability and our main character doesn't. He kind of spends his days writing fan fiction about the superheroes. That's pretty much all I know. Like I think either the superheroes are in charge or like everybody gets like blessed with like a superhero gift, but our main character isn't. And I think he's like in love with one of them, and obviously he writes fan fiction about the superheroes. So like that's really all I know. I really need to read this very, very soon. I actually have an idea for like a video series involving TJ Klune's books and a few other authors' books, so stay tuned for that. Where did we get to? Oh yes, so the next one, coming out June 14th. The Blood Trader by Lynette Noni. It's book 3 in the Prison Healer series, and you guys know how much I love that book. I rave about it all the time. The Gilded Cage absolutely destroyed me. That book was a knife to my heart. And The Blood Trader is the 3rd book. I think it might be the conclusion, and I'm terrified. Yeah, like with Chain of Thorns, I've needed this book ever since I finished book 2. Like, do you really need me to talk about The Prison Healer again? I don't think you do. Just know that it is a book that I loved. It's right there. Do you see? It's right here. There. And then there's Gilded Cage. But like, I need The Blood Trader like yesterday. So 2 more. A Million to One by Adiba Jagradar. That comes out December 13th. All I know about that is that it is a sapphic romance heist book that's set aboard the Titanic. A sapphic heist aboard the Titanic. A sapphic heist set aboard the Titanic. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? Like, I've no idea. That's all I know. It comes out December 13th, and that cannot come soon enough, but I need it in my life, like right now. I need it. And the very last book that is coming out July 21st is Her Majesty's Royal Coven by Juno Dawson. I don't know what this is about. That just shows I know what a few of these books are about, but Juno Dawson has hinted at this book for a while. All I know, I think it's maybe about a secret society that the Queen has like hidden underground from everyone, and they're all witches, because obviously it's a coven, so they gotta be witches, right? So, and that's all I know. I have pre-ordered myself a copy of it. I've also pre-ordered myself a copy of The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake. I know that's been out for a minute. Oh no, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in March. So I pre-ordered that. But yeah, I probably should have mentioned Atlas 6, but all I know, it's Dark Academia. That's all I need to know. But yeah, I'm sorry that I'm not very good at giving synopses for books, but like if any of these books sound interesting, I will leave the list that I looked at on Goodreads linked down below, so you can scroll through and find the ones that I talked about or find something for yourselves. If you want me to do another one of these videos talking about any middle grade books that are coming out this year or new adult books that are coming out this year, then let me know. So yeah, Twitter, Instagram, down below as always. Subscribe if you're not all subscribed already. And yeah, I'll see you on Tuesday for my next video. Don't know what that's gonna be, but it'll be something. Anyway, bye!